What's up, you guys? James Strickland here. Welcome to week 21 on my road to 2,100 pounds and my continuation on my road to 700 pounds on bench press. So this week we are about 3 weeks out from Boss of Bosses, and Boss of Bosses I'm going to be competing on the Pro Day, which is August 25th, 2018, Saturday. So starting the day off, starting the week off, I've got my last warm-up here on bench press, 545. Feeling pretty good. I know with deadlifts and squats being as heavy as they are, my shoulders and just my overall recovery is a little bit tougher than bench only, but looking forward to still putting up some decent bench numbers. Not too bad there, so comfortable enough for me to jump straight into my top set for the day, which is 605. You'll notice this meet prep, I am not as high on bench numbers as I normally would be, and that is because of a couple things, obviously. I'll let you watch this first set here before I explain. Solid. I'll take that. It's just a front view of it. So back to what's going on with bench. I know a lot of you guys have questions or concerns. I wouldn't really be concerned about it. There's a strategy when it comes to full meet lifting. Obviously, it's very tough to have all three of your lifts increase at the same time, and especially when two of your lifts are going up by 50 and 60 pounds in a training cycle. It's okay for one of them to take a hit. So I stress that is okay. Obviously, if I'm not going to be able to go 700 bench in the full meet and maybe I only go 650, well then I got to make 50 pounds up among two other lifts, which actually is not too bad. That's only 25 pounds. So just seeing a front view there. I'm happy with how everything feels and looks. Very symmetrical. I'm not off balance. Everything is very smooth. I am limited on this particular day to 605. I think my strength is definitely a lot more than that. I was a little banged up after that first set. For some reason, my CNS just was kind of fried. The speed bench of the day called for 515, 3 sets of 3. I did that first set pretty good. It didn't feel as fast as I wanted, and this one here just didn't feel fast. I think I was just burned out, so I went ahead and just dropped it down to 405. So I could get some actual speed, and these felt obviously, this is 100 pounds lighter, but definitely felt better. I'm not sure. I know I took my elbow sleeves off for these last couple sets. They were a little bit warm. I think they were just keeping my joints a little too warm. That felt definitely a lot better. Obviously, it's 405. But something to keep in mind here, if the gym's a little warm, I may just kind of slip off the elbow sleeves just to let them breathe a little bit. So this is some dips here with 245. Definitely, actually this is the warm-up. This is 185 with the rogue pin. These felt just fine here. This setup here is, for me anyways, is not ideal for dips. I like the bar to be a little bit wider. I like to have a little bit more stable base. This is 245 here. Having some trouble getting my balance there. Got very lightheaded, so I want to reset. Yeah, I just called it after that. I pretty much knew that a combination of things. One is I was just burned out for the day already, and I just could not do it in a safe manner. I did drop down and do some little drop down sets just to get my triceps involved, but I have more triceps to do on bench day anyway, so it's not like those are taken out of the equation. So moving on to some incline face down rear delt flies. This is 25 pounds, 3 sets of 12. These are very easy. Just lighten those rear delts up a little bit. I've noticed the shoulder pain is absolutely gone that I was having about a month and a half ago. That's due to not only letting it rest, but going to dumbbells for a little while, but also working on some more rear delt and some laterals, really to strengthen that area up. But kind of to continue on, for bench. Obviously, the shoulder issue set me back a couple of weeks on my progression on barbell bench, and the fact that my focus is obviously switched kind of involuntarily, to say the least. My deadlift has gone up tremendously, almost a 50-pound PR in a short 12 weeks, from 700 to almost 750, which you'll see a little bit later this week. And my squat obviously is right near 700. So just that, bearing that kind of weight this close out to a meet, bench has taken a little bit of a hit just from the energy it takes to go into bench day. Moving on, just to let you know what's going on here on these sets. These are the incline chest supported dumbbell rows, 4 sets of 12, and I believe I did an extra set here, just not counting, so who's counting? 12 reps each, so I think this is 5 sets. And some monastery extensions. This is with the full stack plus 10, I believe it's like 220. Working on really getting a good stretch on those triceps. And this is a set of 12, a set of 10, and the last set was, let's see, 15. So 3 sets there. And then the last set is rope hammer curls to work on a little bit of bicep work with 150 pounds, 3 sets of 12. But so my deadlift has obviously gone up, my squat has gone up, and just having the energy to do bench day, a few days later, I can definitely still feel that I'm not fully recovered. Doing bench only, I obviously have time to recover. So I'm okay with taking a little bit of a hit to go for this 2100 total. I will be back in the saddle for bench only very shortly after a small deload after this meet, regardless of what happens, and ready to move on and smash some goals on bench press. But I realized that even a 700 bench press in a full meet, I would still have to be able to do that after a 700-pound squat and follow that up with a 700-pound deadlift, and that's only been done by one person in history. So I'm willing to play my gamble here. Maybe if I can go close to 750 to 800 on deadlift, 700-ish on squat, and make up the difference on bench, I think that's pretty conservative. So day 2 here with squats. Actually we have day 2 is deadlifts this week, and my warm-ups is paused squats with 365 as you're watching here, just 5 reps, and a couple last warm-ups. I believe this one is 585. So today's top deadlifts calls for 740 pounds, which would be a 10-pound PR from 2 weeks ago. I am alternating my deadlift and squat heavy weeks just to conserve a little bit more energy going into the last few weeks of the meet. This last warm-up here of 675. I literally ate lunch probably about 30 minutes before I came in the gym, so I sat down for a little bit just trying to make sure everything was going to stay down. I didn't want to throw up. So it took me a little bit of time to kind of get set up there. But so here is actually 745. I didn't have enough room on this bar to, with those plates being as wide as they are, to put 740. So it was either going 725 and some change or straight to 765, which obviously would be kind of dumb at this point. I think the strength would be there for it because that looked pretty smooth, but we'll save it for the meet. So pretty happy with that. There's another view. You'll see that I take a few different to kind of get down and get tight, only because I literally felt my sandwich from lunch starting to come up. And obviously bracing is very key to getting that deadlift started. Last thing I want to be thinking about is throwing up. So pretty excited though about this PR. This is a actually 746 to be exact. The lockjaw collars there are hanging on for dear life, about 1/4 of an inch or so from the end of the bar, so there really is no room at all for anything. So deadlift bar would definitely be the next purchase. Definitely one, maybe even some calibrated plates so I can go a little heavier. But feeling pretty confident. I've never really thought about the 800 number on deadlift, but as soon as I watched these videos and saw just what was going on here, I'm really thinking it's definitely a possibility. But I don't count my chickens before they hatch. Just going to keep climbing the ladder and seeing what happens. Obviously, I will take deadlifts and squats will take a back seat to bench only. So I've only got a small window here to work on this. So this is some back down sets with some speed deadlifts at 495. This is 3 sets at 3. I think I had a ghost in the gym with me today, because that 45-pound plate on the right-hand side, that red one, decided to take a leap. I'm glad nobody was standing there. Somebody could have seriously gotten hurt. But so with all this said, I did basically do my heavy bench was on Monday. This is on Wednesday. So I wanted to get my heaviest deadlift or heaviest squat, whatever week it is, out of the way. And then I typically will do, the next day would be my lighter upper and shoulder accessories, and then I'll do my lighter version of whatever legs is that week. So this week it'll be light squats later in the week. So pretty excited, like I said, going into the meet. I am very much into fatigue management right now, basically making sure I'm getting plenty of rest, keeping my stress levels down, making sure everything's taken care of. So those were the, let's see, we got here some seated rows here. I've got the whole stack. I think it's about 280 pounds, as much as I could get on there with safely with dumbbells. And it's 3 sets of 5. Before that was the suitcase deadlifts, just to work on a little bit of grip and oblique work. It's 175 on that one. That was 2 sets of 2. Really working on getting a good squeeze on these seated rows, working that back. Moving on, some neutral grip lat pull downs. Heavy as I can get on this, plus a 10, so I believe it is 260 pounds. And this is a set of 10, a set of 8, and a set of 6, so 3 sets. But like I said, really right now it's obviously getting, we're heavy as heavy as we're going to get on some of the lifts. I'm not going to go any heavier on deadlifts. We're 3 weeks out, so that's all I need. Obviously, go heavy on squats next week will be my last heavy squat day and actually heavy lifting day whatsoever. And that'll be about a week and a half out, week and 10 days or so. That'll give me plenty of time to heal up, relax. I'll maybe do some blood flow exercises, as you'll see, and really just working on recovering. Once I strip off all the fatigue, you'll see what your true strength potential is. A lot of people assume that they need to get whatever meet number they're trying to get in their training before the meet, and that is not the case, especially if you're doing it the right way. So end of the day here, I've got my grips, my static holds, and that's just with the 10-pound between ring and pinky and thumb, and just working on not having a weak grip on deadlift. But so back to what I was saying, right now we're sitting at a 605 with some in the tank for bench. We're sitting at right at 750 on deadlift with some in the tank, and last squat was a 675 last week, and we see some in the tank. So even if each lift I get an extra 25 pounds because of the rest and recovery from now until the meet, we're sitting at a 700 squat, 770 or so deadlift, and about a 630 or so bench, which is fine by me. But honestly, next week we're looking at going about 620 on bench, 700 on squat, and deadlift's already done, so we'd be looking at about 725 on squat, maybe 650, 660 on bench, and 770 on deadlift. I think that puts me in a pretty good fighting position. But meet day is where it counts, so let's see what happens on that. One lift, one opener, 1 second attempt at a time, and then we'll see what's left after all that. So day 3 here, some pretty light overhead presses. This is just on the hammer strength machine just to keep things stable. 2 sets of 15 with the whole stack, which is about 220 pounds or so. This is my light day. I come in, maybe 30 minutes, I'm done. So really, in fact, I don't even take a pre-workout because it's so short. I don't have anything that's super heavy, anything that I need to get amped up for. So I don't want to have the extra caffeine if I don't need it. just so that my body doesn't get too used to it. So when I do use it, it actually works a lot better, a lot more efficient. In fact, the last couple of weeks after I'm done, lifting heavy and I'm in my deload, I don't take any pre-workout whatsoever. In fact, I try to limit my caffeine and my stimulant intake until the meet, so that on meet day when I take it, it hits me like a sledgehammer, and it really, really works. So some rear delt flies here. This is working on those rear delts again. This is 50 pounds, 3 sets of 15. So this particular day, I work out hard 4 days a week, but honestly, it's 3 days a week, and this particular day, day 3, is typically kind of a laxy-daisy. Obviously I get in, I get my work done, but I'm in and out 30, 45 minutes. It's just part of my daily routine. I don't get amped up for it. I don't lose sleep over it. I don't dwell on it the night before and think about it. This is all just accessory work, things that help everything else, something to do really on a day off before my last day of the week. So not that I don't take it seriously, but I definitely don't come into the gym thinking, okay, today I need to do 50 pounds on side delts and rear delt laterals, and let's bring a PR. It's just getting the work done. So I added these in, actually felt that these help my shoulders quite a bit. This is my front side lateral and my rear delt fly superset. This is with I believe 25 pounds there. Just a quick set of 6, 6, and 6, just to keep those shoulders healthy. I had those throughout my last training cycle, and I really enjoy them. They don't take a lot of energy out of me, at least in the whole scheme of things. They definitely will get you during the set, but after you rest, you're pretty much good to go. So a quick set of 20 here on the hundreds on the dumbbells, just to get some blood flow. And this is extremely light. I'm a little sore from Monday still, but just enough weight to activate those pecs, get everything moving, obviously, and be ready for next week. So ending up here with the T3 raises. This is 10 pounds, nothing crazy. 3 sets of 10. Just really activate the shoulders, open everything up, and just some more routine health and maintenance here for my upper body. These really also help open everything up if you're getting tight in the shoulders and elbows from doing low bar squats. Those definitely help open everything up and get some blood flow. So last day of the week here, day 4, got a 585 warm up as my last. Actually, this is my top set. I'm sorry. So used to seeing that as a warm up. So this week, top set 585. It's actually 595 because I've got a squat bar there. This is as heavy as I'm going to go on squat this week. Last week went 675, about a hitch. Felt pretty good. I thought that looked a little high from that angle. I did have another camera angle. I'm not sure if I have it here for you or not. I'll see in a second. But I did verify that it was plenty deep, so not a big deal. I actually don't have that video on this, but sorry about that. If you check out my Instagram, Swim Hack, you'll see the other side of it. Moving on to some speed squats here. This is 425, 3 sets of 3. This is just getting the blood flow in. Honestly, my leg work, a lot of it was done with my heavy deads the other day. So this is really just getting the squat movement in for the week. I don't want to say it's a deload by any means, because it's still, I went 595, so it wasn't too terribly light, but definitely moved with some serious speed there. So I don't have any problem saying that 700's in the bag right now with squats. So I've got some paused squats here. This is after the speed squats. Real quick, 2 sets of 2 with 415. Really working on just holding a good steady pause at the bottom, opening those hips up. It is kind of weird though, because the bar speed is moving quite fast on video, but while I'm actually doing the squats, I'm just pretty burned out. This is the last day of the week. Obviously, it always sucks just because I'm tired. Everything is built up, and once I get through the weekend and get some food in me, get some energy and sleep built up, I'm ready for the next week. But even though this weight is fairly light, even that 595 to me just it felt heavy. So it doesn't matter even if you can squat 100 pounds over it, it's going to feel heavy. It's just not letting it get into your head. So I got some overhand deadlift holds. Here's 15 seconds with 470 pounds on a squat bar, mind you. So it's definitely a little harder to hold on to than a deadlift bar or a power bar. So definitely helping with the grip. So to end the day, I've got my GHRs, or modified GHRs with 35 pounds holding just the weight. This is 3 sets of 6, just to fire off those hamstrings and keep those healthy and happy. But that pretty much wraps it up for the week. I'm pretty excited. This is about the time in meet prep where I can honestly say that I'm kind of tired of going heavy. It's exciting, obviously, to hit a PR. But I'm just tired of all the work, and that's the way it's designed. You're supposed to get to the point to where you're so tired and so fatigued that when you actually take a deload, which is that last few days up to a couple weeks before the meet, where you're stripping off all these extra sets and all these extra reps, and you're going heavy, you're actually stripping your body of fatigue, and that's the name of the game. You'll notice that it sucks really bad, and you feel like, how in the world am I going to be do really well at a meet if I'm hurting under this kind of condition? How am I going to do 3 lifts in one day? It happens, and once you've done it a few times, you trust the process. That's where I'm at. So life sucks right now. I mean, it's exciting, obviously. I love life, but this part of training is where everything sucks. But I am excited to go into the meet healthy and be ready to put up some good numbers. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram @SwimHack, and tune in next week for week 22 for heavy bench and heavy squat, and that'll be the end of it. Thanks, guys.